All right, Brakatha Hawa, Brakatha Hawasai, Brakatha Hawa, Brakatha Hawasai, Brakatha Hawa, Brakatha Hawasai, by Summer Das. I also want to give double honor to our apostles, great millstone rule well, and peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. All right, I'm Zahar, Spirit, Wind, Judah of the Gem Master Mississippi Camp. And what I want to go into today is, another form of deception that Esau gave, all right, to the 12 tribes, all right? And it's just something that was on my spirit because I was meditating on, fruit and what roles it plays on the planet Earth. All right. And I just want to get into this real quick. All right. So this is the word dessert. Now, and a lot of us when we get done eating, we have an urge for something sweet. All right. And because of Esau being Esau, all right, we were sort of cultured to put poison into our body. And that's realistically what most desserts are in America. If it's a pecan pie or a peach cobbler, whatever it may be, you look on in the ingredients. It's a strip of an encyclopedia. All right, on the back of the ingredients, man, on the back of the label, man. All right, so let's go into the origin and the history. All right, what real dessert is, because this is one of the things that affects the health of our people. All right, and we're gonna find out what the Most High created. All right, for delicacies. All right, so this is dessert. It says a service of fruit and sweets at the close of a meal. All right, so that's exactly what dessert is, man. Dessert is something that you end the meal with, but right here it specifically says that it's fruit. All right, it says from French dessert, it says last course, literally removal of what has been served. All right, so that's where you get the word deserted from, or desert. All right, a desert is deserted. All right, so you dessert your meal with the final course, which will be fruit. All right, it says, all right, removal of what has been served. All right, from desservir, clear the table, literally unserve, remove, undo. All right, and I'm gonna go back to the top because it says a service of fruit and sweets. So one might say, wait a minute, we never said that we couldn't eat those sweets. All right, but let's see, all right, what's some natural sweets that's classified as a dessert, okay? So let me go back and let me get an example, all right, because, the brothers and I will go to a Mediterranean restaurant and we will eat this right here. This is called a baklava, all right, but it's classified as a sweet. It says a flaky pastry dessert made with honey and nuts, all right, and that's what a baklava is. It's a flaky pastry, different layers of a pastry, or probably some type of unleavened bread, but it's sweetened with honey, and it has nuts, all right, for texture, all right, and it's delicious, all right, and there's no processed sugar in it, all right, there's no high fructose corn syrup, there's no monosodium glutamate, all right, it's none of those things. It doesn't have to be those things, all right. The Most High has natural sweets, all right, and one of the sweets that you read about is honey, all right, and before I get to that, speaking of dessert, I'm gonna get another thing that Esau polluted in this country, man. All right. It says this is buffet. Okay. This is buffet. And it says, I'm gonna skip to the point. 12C, which is of uncertain origin. C in English extended to refreshment bar. Place set aside for refreshments in public places. So originally, all right, a buffet was literally a refreshment bar, but you could pretty much ascertain what were the refreshments at the refreshment bar. It was most likely fruit, man. All right, because fruit refresh you with electrolytes, all right, with different vitamins, all right, and that literally revitalizes your body, man. It says buffet table, buffet car, to meal served from a buffet. All right, so a buffet was never supposed to be a bunch of extremely overweight people, all right, crowding themselves at China buffet, man. All right, eating MSG infested chicken, man, alleged chicken, okay? But the point is, all right, Esau polluted customs, all right, which were originally not evil, but he made it basically evil. He made it evil for the human body, man. And if something damages the body, it's damaging the mind. And look how imbalanced our people are, man. All right. Look how malnourished our people, not malnourished in the sense that they don't eat. They're malnourished in the sense that they're overeating food that has no nutrients in it, man. All right, let alone, and not even mentioning the laws, all right, the dietary laws of the Bible, which is first and foremost, man. All right, so with that, I'm just going to get the scriptures, all right. I mentioned honey. All right, let me see if I can pull up scriptures on honey. I think we are in, see if I get an example. All right. Psalms 19 and 10. This is talking about wisdom. All right. I just start from 9. All right. Psalms 19 and 9. The fear of Yahweh is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of Yahweh are true and righteous altogether. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold, sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb. Just giving an example that honey was in our culture thousands of, a few thousand years ago. So that was a natural sweetener that the Most High gave Israel, man, honey. All right. So that's a form of a dessert, and that's an ingredient that you can use in your desserts, man. All right. You could put, like, you could make unleavened bread, all right, and you could sweeten it with honey. Okay. That's a thing that we did. All right. Let me see. Proverbs 24 and 13. All right. It says, all right, my son, eat thou honey because it is good, and the honeycomb which is sweet to the taste. All right. So that's pretty much a point, man. Let me get verse 14. So shall the knowledge of wisdom be unto thy soul when thou hast found it. Then there should be a reward, and thy expectation should not be cut off. But the point is, we had honey in our culture, right? So honey was never a bad thing, okay? And that honey, you can replace honey, all right, with sugar, with processed sugar, man. All right, because that's basically a drug. And the proof that it's a drug, all right, is that if you ever, you might say, look, I'm not going to eat junk food for a month. You most likely going to have withdrawal symptoms. You're going to be irate. You might feel tension, or you might be grumpy, or you might just feel like, dang, I got these strong appetites for this stuff, because you're withdrawing from Esau's edible drugs, man. All right. But once you go through that phase, then you start to appreciate wholeheartedly the natural sweets that the Most High put on the earth, like apples and grapes. All right. Pineapples, mangoes, plums. That goes to show you that the Most High loved us, man. All right. To put all those delicacies on the planet Earth, man. All right. That's why I said in Ezra, all right, when the Most High, if you go back to Genesis, the first chapter, and then you go to the book of Ezra, it tells you that the Most High had all these sweet smelling flowers. All right, you can only imagine how sweet the fruit tastes, man. All right. That's pretty much the point, man. All right. Your boy E, all right, he polluted all of our customs, man. Like I said, once again, dessert, a service of fruit and sweets at the close of a meal. So when you have a sweet tooth after a meal, all right, unless you have, things such as baklava or your natural pastries, man, you could just go back to the fruit, because that's like a natural dessert within itself, a natural delicacy within itself. But I'm not going to prolong this to just a little, a little form of edification, all right? But with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, by Shema, Shah, by Shema, Kakudash, double honor to our apostles, great millstone, rule well. Peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. With that, Abba, Abba, Kom Yasha Allah, Shalom.